Hi, I'm Mus, and I'm addicted to blue ribbons. After 100%ing the entire Bioshock series, I think it's time we get stuck into the Arkham trilogy, starting with Arkham Asylum. To obtain all achievements, we will need to collect 240 collectibles, as well as beat probably some of the hardest challenges I've ever had to attempt in a game.
Oh, dude, this is so fucking unfair. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do this, to be honest. That's where I'm at.
And to make things even spicier, I've made the choice to 100% the game on hard mode, which isn't a requirement, but hey, maybe I just hate myself that little extra today. Surely this won't come back to haunt me. Welcome to Arkham, folks. We start off in the midst of Batman transporting Joker to Arkham Asylum, but things feel a little off for Batman as it was all a little too easy.
Something's not right. I'm going with him.
Joker tries his best raunchy pickup lines to get us in his pants.
Need to take my temperature? I'd be happy to drop my pants.
Shit really hits the fan though, and with the help of Harley Quinn, Joker is able to break free and send the prison into utter chaos. We make chase on the clown, and on the way we get into our first brawl to earn free flow combo. Combat on hard mode is a little weird for these games as I can't rely on the counter prompt. I kinda have to just lock in and scan for incoming attacks. I'd honestly prefer to kick back like a lazy bastard and have the game play for me, but I'm a man of my word and I'll keep at it. We come across our first Riddler trophy. Only 239 to go. You know what? Fuck the elderly. Let's go out of our way and smash these teeth, and we'll get back on the hunt for Joker. I can just imagine the aftermath. All the elderly getting around with their gummies out because Batman is a right dickhead. We come across an active hostage situation and use our best negotiating skills to calm Zaz down and acquire the story achievement, Shocking Rescue. Harley pops in and she now has control of the warden. Now, I gave the keyboard all of 5 seconds before I decided to chuck it out the window, and I decided we'll use an old Xbox controller instead. Using the keyboard had me feeling like I was in a WoW raid or something. It was just all a bit too much. We rescue some officers and a grouchy inmate who we send packing to give us Leave No Man Behind. We finally catch up to Joker and he releases what looks like a berserker from Gears of War. After a super intense back and forth battle, the story achievement Malpractice Needs More Practice pops. Turns out though, Batman secretly finds Joker to be a humongous cutie and just can't get himself to do it. I don't know, Batman. I think he would have saved like a lot of lives if you did just kill him, but this results in Gordon's capture, and if we follow the Joker, he claims he'll make a TikTok out of him. We chase the alcoholic scent of Gordon's capturer, and on our way, we will get Rope a Dope for surprising a henchman by cutting down one of his tied up homies. Lastly, before getting out of the area, we will acquire Arkham Analyst for solving 5% of the Riddler challenges. Fuck! Only 5%? We escape the intensive treatment building, and as we are overlooking Arkham, we will unlock the story achievement Born Free. Damn! This game still holds up after all this time. Alright, first thing on the menu is to explore the world and see what's in store for me. We solve a couple riddles to get Cryptic Investigator before making it like a bat and gliding over 100 meters to unlock Night Glider. Straight after landing, we head over and play a little catch with our trusty Batarang to get Catch. We find some thugs vandalizing the Batmobile, so we exercise our right to whoop some ass and we will get Free Flow Combo 10. Commissioner Gordon has left us a trail of wacky tobacco to follow, which leads us straight towards the medical building. We gain access via the rooftop, and Joker is rounding up some doctors. Using the ultra-slick stealth tactics, we sleep a bunch of henchmen. Turns out, there are 3 more doctors that need saving. We manage to save Dr. Chen and solve a couple more challenges to get Lateral Thinker for completing 25% of Riddler challenges. This leads us to Dr. Young, which I may have accidentally gotten killed a few times, but I'm sure it's just a flesh wound. After saving her, it will unlock the story achievement, Just What the Doctor Ordered. Dr. Young is being awfully suspicious about her research notes though. Unfortunately, the elevator leads straight into Scarecrow's fear gas. Batman begins tripping out, and we start seeing some wild hallucinations before we get put up against Kaiju Scarecrow. We turn the bright lights back onto him though, and we will unlock the story achievement, Daydream. Nearing the end of Gordon's earthly trail, we will drop in on Harley and save our boy. Turns out, Dr. Young has been feeding Bane Ozempic, which has resulted in his face looking not so full as it used to be. Safe to say, when the venom begins rushing back to Bane, he's not too keen to have a chat. Now, I'm for sure the problem, but this boss fight I couldn't quite figure out until I was blatantly told by the tips how to beat him. We get Bane off the juice and stage a hit and run. For this, we will get the story achievement, Baneful Payback. We send Commissioner Gordon off in his little tugboat and head to the Batcave, which apparently he's got one on Arkham as well. It's revealed that Dr. Young was making a Titan serum that would create even more of those berserker fucks for Joker. We need to get Dr. Young's formula before the Joker can. Back to the surface and we are off to Arkham Mansion. Turns out the snipers have a real good aim and they clap my cheeks. After getting access to the rooftop, we unlock the story achievement, Breaking and Entering. Clearing our way through to the doctor's office, we will find her fingerprints, and using our amazing detective skills, we will gather another trail. Mystery Solver is unlocked on our hunt to find young Doc, and a mad dash is made to save some hostages from Joker's trap. Turns out, Dr. Young is gone, but we are able to burn the formula. Scarecrow trips us out again, and we relive the murder of Batman's parents. I'm not really sure what was wrong with me, but I decided to make this platforming boss look really, really difficult, when in essence, I'm just arsed at the game. Oh my god. What the hell, man? Oh my god. This is so embarrassing. Alright, lock in must. Run! Nah! No. I'm stuck on a fucking the easiest thing ever. This is wild. Go Batman, go! Bitch. After a flawless attempt, we fry our big kaiju foe and achieve the story achievement, Recurring Nightmare. Now that our fears are conquered, turns out Zaz is holding Dr. Young at knife point. So, what do? Immediately show ourselves and get her killed again. Oh, what?
That was unexpected.
It's...
Figured a deranged murderer would kill the poor little doctor.
On second attempt, we hit a trick shot on Zaz and cut him down to size to save Dr.
Get out of the way!
Never mind. Jesus. After that surprise, Harley sets us up to get gangbashed, but how the turntables. We try to catch up to her in the cell block, and on our way, we will achieve Free Flow Combo 20. Let's go. Keeping up combos above 20 is actually pretty hard, so hopefully that's the last achievement we have to deal with. On our search for the Warden, we come across Poison Ivy, who begs to be released. But we know better and we move on through to find the Warden tied up. After rescuing the Warden, we are on the chase for Harley. We get jump scared by some crazies before whipping some ass. There's no real boss fight here, it's just fighting off waves of henchmen before Harley gives in, but Joker absolutely hangs her out to dry and we lock her up to achieve solitary confinement. And shortly after snooping around, we will get Conundrum Cracker. OBS gave me a fucking heart attack by resetting its settings again on me overnight. Luckily, I caught onto it a lot quicker than last time. Almost did it to me again. These fucking lunatics are getting me good. Where is this guy? Oh my god. Fucking hell, man. You can tell I'm absolutely useless when it comes to horror games. We're off to the Botanical Gardens to catch up with Joker and prevent his Build a Titan factory from forming. We flog one Titan without using any batarangs to achieve mano a mano, and finish off the other to get double trouble. Turns out the Joker has put all the Roy juice into the water and we have to catch up with Ivy to organise a cure. Mental Athlete is achieved after we make our way outside from our chat. More like Dental Athlete. Turns out Ivy's plans are already going apeshit all over Arkham. They've also spawned these mind plant type things which I really didn't understand how they worked. Batman makes his way back to the mansion to find it infested by Ivy's plants. We have a chat with Aaron Cash to hopefully find the entrance to Killer Croc's cell. On our way back through intensive treatment, we solve a couple more riddles before getting gassed by Scarecrow one final time. I really love the arse backwards world it kind of shows here. where Batman is the crazy and all the villains are admitting him to Arkham. We stumble through the platforming and we fight off some bony boys before we light up Scarecrow 3 more times. We finally conquer his gas and we achieve Resist the Fear. The chase is on for Scarecrow as we lead through intensive treatment to stop him before he administers fear gas to the water supply of Arkham. We manage to corner him before the big dog himself, Killer Croc, snatches him up. Off we go to his lair to find some rare plants for a cure. It's really intense when he appears out of nowhere chasing you. I didn't think to throw batarangs at him, so the first couple attempts were mad scary because I was just getting chased back to the entrance.
Go, Batman! Go!
After fighting him off and getting our samples, we head back to the entrance where we send him to the depths. This will get us the story achievement, Crocodile Tears. We get back to the Batcave to create a cure before Ivy's plans really interrupt us. On our way back to the surface, we are locked into a tight room with a Titan and a large number of henchmen. I use this space here to achieve Freak Show Rodeo for knocking down 5 thugs with a Titan. This area here was definitely the hardest part of the story. The only thing that really tops it is the achievement I have to acquire up ahead. Looking back on it, this is where I kind of struggled to understand the combat loop. Up until this point, it didn't really matter how you beat up the enemies, as you were able to just blast through them regardless. This is kind of the first little taste test of what is to come, and I was completely oblivious to it.
No. Nah.
Oh, I'd like to.
After many attempts, we finally are able to complete this spot and make our way to the surface. With supreme confidence, I began making my way around the map collecting some more riddles. This was to achieve Riddle Resolver for completing 85% of the riddles. Nearly there. We head back to the Botanical Gardens to have our face off with Ivy. After kindly guiding us through, it turns out she's actually kind of vibing with the new roided up plants. This part was a little challenging, but it was more so just following the patterns of the fight and not fucking up like I did on multiple occasions.
Nah. No.
Some pants on, lady.
No!
Nah.
You're dead.
No!
Darling.
Okay, that worked. Later, bitch. We finally weed whack the Queen of Green to achieve Poisoned Ivy. And Batman's reward, he has been graciously invited to Joker's party and his final reveal. But before we can face our final foe, there are 4 achievements we need to collect first. Free Flow Combo 40, Crack the Enigma, World's Greatest Detective, and Party Pooper. We clean up the rest of the riddle challenges and dox the Riddler to achieve Crack the Enigma. We finally reveal the spirit of Amadeus Arkham to get World's Greatest Detective. Now, here is the part I mentioned before. The achievement, Free Flow Combo 40. Now, if you have been following along, you could probably attain that this achievement requires us to get a combo streak of 40. This achievement is not the worst on easy or normal, but when you combine must and hard mode, this creates an absolute recipe for disaster. On hard, you don't have the prompt above the attacker's head when they attack, so it requires me to lock the fuck in, and not only that, the best place to try this has 16 henchmen involved in a very small area. There was a couple of times I was getting caught by absolute bullshit.
No, can't. I have like 34. No. Oh my fucking god, bro.
But after having a mental break or two, we were able to lock in just enough to get the 40.
Oh my god, we did it. Oh, fucking hell. Pretty hard to hold your breath the whole fucking time too. Really passed out.
And we also achieved Party Pooper in the process. Now, all that's left is the clown himself. He forces us to face off against 2 berserkers before he injects himself and Batman with the buff goo. Batman chooses to cure himself and is forced to take on the hulking crazy. Fortunately, Joker is very infatuated with himself and the media, and gives us a chance to pull him down off the platform and kick his ass. As our final act, we explode all over his face to get Big Bang, Bigger Bang, and Biggest Bang for completing the game on each difficulty. All in all, the story is pretty basic, but I think this works in its favour, because they have left a lot on the plate to expand and explore on in the future games. Super excited to see where City and Night takes this. All that is left is to complete the combat and predator challenges. Little did I know what I was getting myself into with these Batman combat challenges. I did not realize how out of depth I was with the combat system, and I was not ready for the ass beating I would receive in return. Starting off with map 1, Intensive Treatment. This one was very forgiving and pretty easy. The rank score was also very achievable. Keep note of that. Rank scores were half of what made this challenge so hard. I used this first map as a way to get Flawless Free Flow Fighter for completing the challenge without taking any damage. Moving into the Bat Sewers, there was a gradual increase in difficulty. I was able to use this map to achieve Free Flow Perfection by using one of every Batman's combo moves within a combo. This is where it started to click in my head at how difficult these rank scores will be to achieve, as I was starting to grasp the importance of maintaining combos and using variation within combos. These are two of the most important concepts of completing these challenges. If you're ever to try them yourself, I highly recommend you get these two things down. Now, map 3, Shock and Awe. The map that made this whole challenge one of the hardest things I've ever done to 100% a game. Not only do we have to achieve the rank score by maintaining combos and variations, we are also dealing with knife boys, stun boys, as well as having a small timer each round we have to beat. We were able to achieve Free Flow Bronze for obtaining 8 medals in combat challenges, but the requirement of 30k points felt almost out of reach for my skills.
I'm so annoyed. Boy, the game's fucking bugged. I hate it.
It was looking pretty grim, because at this point, I'm not even sure if it's possible for me to 100% these challenges.
I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to do this, to be honest. That's where I'm at.
I had to stop and move on to the next map because I was not able to 3-star this after hours of attempts. And by the way, I'm talking about the normal ones. There are also extreme versions of these as well that we haven't even talked about yet. I think it's best we change up the scenery and come back to Shock and Awe later. We move into Rumble in the Jungle, which felt like a definite step down in difficulty compared to Shock and Awe. After a couple of attempts, I was able to hit the required rank score, which gave me a definite boost in confidence. Now, the moment I have been dreading, we move into the extreme challenges. Not only do we have to beat all the maps again, and they're harder with a higher rank score requirement, we haven't even beaten regular Shock and Awe yet. We are so fucked. So, back to intensive care we go. But extreme! Extremely easy, that is. This wasn't too tough of a challenge as I was able to get the rank score quite easily still. I can't say the same for Bat Sewers though. It took a lot of repetitions and a lot of attempts to get a run together, and on our way we were able to get Free Flow Silver before finally getting the rank score required. Now, the monkey that's been on my back the whole time. Shock and Awe, normal and extreme. I thought I'd try and rip the band-aid off and see what I was dealing with by trying extreme first, and my god, saying I was getting my shit rocked is an absolute understatement.
Oh, dude, this is so fucking unfair.
I feel like there's so much happening in these rounds. With the addition of knife thugs and stun thugs, it's really easy to get lost in the crowd. The most important tip I can give is that every 5 combo score you accrue, you're able to use an instant takedown. So the strat is you need to use your instant takedowns on the knife and stun henchmen as soon as possible. This makes it easier to keep your combo and you're able to clear the crowd out pretty easily after. The stun thugs piss me off the most in particular because of how they operate and the fact that in between rounds, their weapons don't disappear. So by round 4, not only do you have more men surrounding you than a female cosplayer at a gaming convention, but every second thug has a fucking stun baton as well. Because why not make it even harder as the time ticks down? I was not even getting remotely close to even completing round 4, let alone getting the rank score on top of that. I was getting so frustrated and I decided it was time to call it. I came back the next day refreshed and I headed back into Shock and Awe normal. Obviously, after bashing my head into the brick wall enough, the brick wall got dumber and I got smarter because we finally made progress and we beat Shock and Awe normal. Let's go. Massive. Done and dusted. Back to extreme, I started off strong and I was able to consistently get to round 4 with a decent score. But that final hurdle of completing the map was just out of reach on so many occasions. I was so close to throwing in the towel after 2 specific heartbreaks back to back. Oh my god.
Thanks for showing me
Nah. 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 No. 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 I'm gonna kill these. Fuck, man. But at the same time, I was getting so close that I just needed to hold on a little bit longer, and I feel like I'll get over that line. And we finally did it. Oh my god, we fucking did it. I have adrenaline in my body. Oh my god. Holy. Shock and awe extreme, done. Now, only one combat challenge left, Rumble in the Jungle, which by all accounts should be significantly easier as I don't have a timer stuck up my ass while I'm trying to beat up some goons. A couple of attempts later and bam, free flow gold. Achieved for obtaining all combat medals on all maps. What a fucking relief. Now, all that's left are the Predator challenges. These are quite formulaic, so the difficulty of these challenges is far less daunting than what we just dealt with. Now, is this really a 100% completion video if there isn't a must moment? Well, here it is. I managed to miss myself collecting Predator Bronze. Let's just chalk it up to being so hype after completing the combat challenges. The only real challenge is finding the path needed to complete all requirements within the level. Aside from that, these are all quite easy to achieve. It was for sure a nice way to end my hunt for 100% with these low stress challenges compared to the combat challenges. After completing all levels, we managed to rack up Predator Silver and finally Predator Gold. This will also unlock Perfect Night for 100%ing the game. We did it, guys. We achieved, which at one point I thought was unachievable, Batman Arkham Asylum 100% complete. Turns out though, I missed Invisible Predator. So a quick cleanup and that's it. Bam, we have done it. All achievements complete for Batman Arkham Asylum. I highly recommend this game series to anyone that hasn't tried them before. Now, Arkham Asylum is the only Batman game I've had experience with in the past. City, Origins, and Night I have not touched before. So we'll be treading new ground as we move forward. Thank you guys so much for watching and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.